Chapter 13. The next night Sophie began training. She worked harder than she had ever worked in her life. She did sit-ups and pull-ups on the doorframe. She practiced balancing on one leg and her eyes closed, again and again. Her first effort was 7 seconds. Her 100th was 1 minute and 42 seconds. She ran barefoot back and forth across the rooftop and sang under her breath to keep away the pain. At about 1 in the morning, she realized quite suddenly what had made Matteo's run look different. It was toe first rather than heel first, which shifted your center of gravity, she found, to somewhere near the knees. The realization was like hot water, like a math problem solved. At 2 in the morning, the boy appeared. He was 2 rooftops down, crouched behind the chimney pot. She saw him, but she didn't think he realized he had been spotted. She shouted, "I can see you, and I'm not going to give in." She turned a cartwheel. It was the most defiant cartwheel ever to have been turned on a Paris rooftop. Sophie span on the spot. She felt on edge and tough. It was unlikely, Sophie thought, that her muscles had grown stronger. She had a feeling that took months. It was more that she needed now to use them, and they had woken up for her. They felt as a cat's muscles feel, more twitching and more ready. Muscles, she thought, are a thing worth having. They make the world easier to reach. The wind up here was strong, and chimney dust blew in her eyes. She looped back her hair with the twig. The dark was darker up on the roof. It was thick and silent. Down on the street, the dark feels dull and matter-of-fact, like a blackboard. Up here, it felt full of unseen birds and city whispers. The smell, too, was different. From the street, she reckoned she could smell only a few meters' worth of smells. From up here, all the bakers and all the pet shops of Paris mixed their scents. The result was something thick and peculiar, and delicious. From the roof, the moon looks twice as large, 3 times as beautiful. The moon, seen from the rooftops, is a thing worth spending time on. Sophie imagined her mother up here, amongst the stars. Mothers belong on rooftops. Sophie walked to the next rooftop and then jumped the 3-foot gap to the next, and ran another 3 rooftops. She shouted, "Matteo, I know you can hear me. I won't give up. I'm going to keep exploring." Then, tentatively, feeling foolish, Sophie called into the night, "Pax? Friends?" Somewhere below her a horse whinnied. It sounded as though it were laughing. On the way back she ran properly, not a jog. Her heart was beating so fast that it was nudging against her bones. The wind pulled at her clothes and hair, but she stayed steady. She thought, "This is how heaven must feel." She felt confident as a crow. Say what you will against cows, Sophie thought. They do look like they know what they're doing.